Hello and welcome back to my channel. We're going to continue to work on Cathy's flower house. Last time we worked on this little sunshine sign. That's a tongue twister. And before that we worked on this little broom. Everything is so adorable and cute. Enjoying the process. So let's move on. This time we're going to work on this suitcase. We got a lot of parts here. So this video might get a little bit longer. We go all the way up to here. Nope, I lied. Here. So first we need the paper cut M7 to M9. M7, M8, and M9. So let's see if that's this. Here's M8, M9, and M7. So I'm going to use the littler scissors here. Gives me a little more control. So we want M7, M8, and M9. These are actually two separate pieces. So that should be fun. I'm actually just going to go ahead and cut right along this cut line. I think it'll be easier in the long run. And then cut around this. And cut this completely out. And unfortunately, I just have to get close to that. Making these turns. Being very careful about where my scissors are going. So here we got M7, M8, and M9. So I'll go ahead and finish this cut for the suitcase here. I'm going to let the other two pieces together for now. Because they are so small, I'll keep them there so they don't get lost. And then we need fresh green powder in bag number 4. Bag 4. I guess this is our fresh green powder. We've got several greens here. Let's just pull them out and take a look. Here's our twine. Let me wrap that up just a little bit so it's not so unruly. Just tuck that in a bit. So we got a couple green powders here. Well, that didn't help the twine at all. So, there we go. So we got a couple powders here. We got fresh green and middle green. So I'm going to say this is fresh and that's middle. And this needs to go back in. And then we need a green plant. Oh, we need that. This is actually a green plant. If we look at it close, it's got branches in there. So that's our green plant. And then we need yellow paper from bag 1. There's one piece. So bag 1, which I think is not this stuff. Let's pile this up a little bit here. This is bag 1. So we need the yellow paper, which is this. This is our yellow paper. And we also need 2 pieces of orange paper from bag 1. Oh, I believe it's showing us what we're taking out with this red dot here. We are only going to be using, which way is this? This way? This way. That way. We're only going to be using this little square right there. Just going to let it in there for right now. I'm not going to take it apart. And then we're going to be using 2 pieces of this orange. And that is sitting this way. We're going to be using 2 pieces. It's showing they're red here. I think you can see that. The red is the parts we'll be using. So that's that. I'm just going to let it in there for now. And then we need red rope from bag number 4, 15 millimeters of it. So here's bag 4. And here's the red rope. There we go. And I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and measure this. 15 millimeters. My dirty little ruler out here. And I'm not going to be able to mark this per se. So 5, 10, 15. Boy, that doesn't look right. That's it. Let's see what they're using that for. Not seeing where they're using it at. Unfold the red rope. Half strand as shown. Trim it into zigzag. Roll up at the bottom. Yeah, now they're... So this unrolls. Unfold the red rope. I don't get this. I'm not cutting this yet. Unfold the red rope. I can untwist the red rope. I'm not seeing this unfolding anyway. At all. But we wind up with 2 orange and 1 yellow and 2 red. Unfold the red rope. Well, I can see why they only wanted 15. I don't know how to get it apart. I don't see it coming apart. Let me double check this bag 4. I'm not seeing that. I am not seeing that. I don't see how it unfolds. Let's try a tweezer here. Well, anyway, they're saying 15 millimeters, which would come to about here. So I'm giving myself a little extra. I'm putting this back into where? Bag 4? Yes. bag 4. And I know I'm a little out of step here, but this is perplexing me. I want to figure this out before we move ahead. There, it's just, I don't see it unfolding. But I'll keep worrying at it a bit. It looks like there's multiple layers in there. Wow, this is definitely something else. I'd rather they just gave me some paper like this. There's definitely multiple layers in here, but I'm not sure how to get it apart. Almost feels like it should be wet. There, it's coming slowly. It's very slow. The tweezers is helping. And it is opening. There, it's coming apart. See that? Yeah. My God. It takes a bit to get it, but honestly, this does not look big enough for what they want you to do with it. But we shall see. But yeah, you really have to work it. Honestly, afraid of tearing it. But there it is. Wow, I impressed myself with that one. Feels like I should make it wet to make it a little more pliable. It keeps unrolling. That's like magic. I'm really impressed that it opened that far. I'm just trying to flatten it out a bit. I'm not pulling hard on it at all because it's as fine as this. So there's that, believe it or not. Now we just have to do another one here. Yeah, I still think if this were a little damp, it might be a little easier to open. But yeah, these pointy tweezers are helping get in there a bit. And it is not easy. But once you kind of get it started a bit, you just have to work it. And there is a slight twist in it too. So you're not just unfolding it, you're untwisting it. You just have to keep, I hope you can see that okay. Get some of this stuff out the way. Oh. Yeah, you just have to keep working at it. And then it's just a little stiff. But this pointy tweezers helps to get down inside it and pull it apart. But you got to be careful that you don't actually poke it. That's what I'm afraid of. Poking it. Yeah, so this is going to be that big too. It's amazing. Talk about your busy work. Here it comes. Yeah, you just got to keep working at it. Yeah, it says to unfold it, but it's more untwisting it. And I feel like it needs to open up a little bit more. Yep, it's just folded and twisted. You can kind of feel that it's still folded over on itself a bit. Wow. Looks like a flower petal. Okay. There we go. Ew, need a break after this. Okay, let's go back to our instructions. So we want to take M7, which is this, and fold it along the dotted lines. Now, we want them inside or outside? I'm going to say inside because then they'll be covered up. So we've got dotted lines everywhere. We've got them horizontal and vertical. And we're probably going to cut there. Fold along dotted lines, glue them. Yeah, we're going to have to cut these. This helps me holding a roller here. It gets it pretty darn good. Exactly where I want it folded. Let's move some of this stuff up. I don't go right on top of it. I go right up next to it because it will be on the line. Just give it an extra crease. Yeah, I'm not right on the dotted line. I don't know if you can see that. But I am very close to it, like right next to it. And that puts it perfect, for me anyway. It puts it perfect. Once you get the harder crease in it. Wow. And now we have to do the lengthwise. I'm just going to extra crease that. Then, I know we want to cut these. Let's see. That's actually going to be that way, I guess. Right. That's this part. So we want our cuts here so we can fold these in. Don't cut both ways. We just want to be able to fold these tabs in. And I'm going to have to cut here too, which will get that up and make that square, and cut here. And then going to have to cut here too. Because those will go inside, like so. Get in there. There, that'll make that square like that. And then we have to do these. So basically, we're just cutting in from the side. Yeah, all our cuts are coming in from the sides. Get our little briefcase here, or suitcase. We want to put all our tabs on the inside. And this will make our suitcase. I wonder why theirs is yellow on the outside. Ours isn't yellow. But we can bend these a little tighter if we want. The tighter we bend them, the better it'll stay in position while the glue is hardening. So I'm just going to fold all these tabs over, give them some good creases. Fold it all in as much as I can and crease it extra. I think the more pronounced the crease is, the better it's going to look. You can always take your roller over these too. Or if you have like a little old credit card or something like that. That'll help give it a really good crease. I got these. Built-in tools. So now we'll move all these tabs into the inside. And give them a touch of glue. Fold them 7 long dotted lines. It doesn't tell you to cut, but you do cut it because it set it on the cardboard piece. Remember where it says it up here, which I've mangled. It says, but dotted line is for folding, solid line is cutting. So it tells you that, just not here. So we're going to, get all these little tabs inside first. And then I want that crease to be a little better. And then go around here and touch them with some glue. And I think my tape is probably done. Let's see. See if we can use it yet. Oh, it is. It's still good. Yeah. I'm just going to go around and touch them all first and see. See if that works. It should tack up for me by the time I get around here again. Hopefully it'll stay. It's not tacky enough yet. Oops. Looks like a McDonald's Big Mac container or something. Blow on it a bit, tack it up. Okay, it's starting to tack up here, which is a good sign. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Once it starts getting tacky, it performs much better. With something like this, anyway. These back two here don't really want to cooperate. I'm just holding them for a little bit, closing it up as much as possible to take the stress off of it, so it glues and holds a little better, because it is tacky enough now. It's just it needs a little encouragement, and closing it helps take the stress off those glue points. So we'll just let that sit there. I'm gonna put those scissors on just to hold it down a bit, give it time to get that. Yeah, I have the wrong scissors on it. Let's throw them on, because we need to put M7 or M8 and M9 onto M7. So we got to put these little tiny M8s. Those are the handles. Let me look at those. It looks like they just have them in little loops. I mean, it's very, very small to see, but we'll make it work. So we got M9, which is this guy. Yep, I sure buggered that up, but I don't think we'll see it much. I actually think they were shaped like octagons. Mine are round. And not very round at that. Yeah, I'm having trouble with this. It is just a little small. I am just going to go with that. I think they should be more pronounced as hexagons, but oh well. I'm going to put it where the markings are on the inside so you don't see them. And then this part is kind of domed. I'm just folding on these lines here. I'm trying to encourage the center part to dome up And I think a lot of that'll happen when you glue it fast. But there, I think you can see it. It kind of looks like the suitcase handle. And these things, yeah, I don't know if this is going to happen for me. But we'll try. I'm still not really sure how these are supposed to go. I mean, I see them there, but it's really not big enough for me, showing my age, to tell what they're doing. It's almost like they're just kind of like glued fast and hanging out in an upside down L. That's what I see. And I can't see anything better than that. And it's inside here somewhere, so I can't get a better picture. So I have no problem, and I only see this one dotted line across it. So maybe they're like I'm thinking they are. I don't know. Can't tell. Let's grab this. Maybe hold this a bit. That did not help. Oh, let's do this. I'd rather have little parts to just glue on than this stuff. Okay, that's close enough. Here's one piece. And this is scrap here. That's scrap, and there's the other piece. So let's take a look at our, okay, it glued except here. That's popped off a little bit. But that's looking pretty good. Yeah, theirs shows yellow on the outside. Don't know why ours isn't yellow. But that's okay. So we'll go ahead and put this on. Honestly, if you had little brass miniature hardware, that would look cute on here. Just try to bow this up a little bit more again. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice thing about this tape, you can see where the glue is. Okay. Put that right there. Ooh. Oops. Slid it off a bit. That looks good. Here we go. That looks all right. Just smash it in there a little bit. I'm still not sure how to do these guys. I'm guessing they're either the clips that clip down or belt buckle type things. So I think, and I only see this one fold line. like that. And I think that's how they get glued on. Use one little fold line right here, right there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little fold line right there. That's the only fold line I see on these. Oh, I'm gonna maybe, I don't know, kind of want to keep it invisible, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So, just gonna fold it. See if they're kind of the same. Sort of, kind of. And I think it just goes that way. It just goes like this. If I could grab a hold of it right. And I think the long end gets glued fast. Like this. And that's just how that is. Maybe a little out farther. Oops. Oh my goodness. I think that's how it goes. I may have to revisit him again. He might not stick. It just goes right like that. Pretty sure that's what I'm seeing there. It just gives it a little bit of character. Okay, so it's looking suitcasey. Still looks like it should hold a Big Mac. But anyway, this is going to be a long video. Maybe I should split it up. The next thing we want to do, certainly don't want to lose those, is to take these, unwrap them. Thank goodness we're done with that. Unfold the red rope as shown, half a strand. Trim it into a zigzag. Roll up the bottom and fix with glue. Roll up the bottom. Okay, so basically they want you to snip this into like a fringe. I don't want to push the book off the camera, but I want a white background so it's easier for you guys to see. So I'm just going to start halfway. You don't want to cut all the way through, but you want to make a fringe. They call it a zigzag. I call it a fringe. How close you get, that's up to you. I don't want to get too close. Both this way and towards the end, the edge, because I don't want to cut through and I don't want to cut the fringes off. But this is what they want. And then they want you to roll up the bottom and fix with glue. So I think I'm gonna use this, maybe this way. Wonder if well, it's kind of showing them putting glue along the bottom. So let's put a little glue in here, right along this edge. Just a little bit. And then using these tweezers, We're making these little flowers. We're just gonna coax that back. Keeping that bottom edge aligned more or less. I think I need a little bit more glue right here at this very end. Ooh. Just to get, oops, I almost smashed the suitcase. Just to get this closed. And I'm thinking that is about as perfect as that little doodad is going to get. Now, he is sticky, so I don't want to really, I'm going to lay him on some plastic. I think he'll come off of plastic better. He certainly is not coming off of me. Oh no. There. Let's make sure he's okay yet. He's good. All right, now we have to do that again with this one. I just want to flatten him out a little better. And do the same thing. I feel like I should be getting closer together in my snips, but I think this will be okay too. That works pretty good. And then we'll just take a little bit of glue across here. Oops, oh no. Oops. Yeah, you shouldn't need too much glue on this because it being like tissue paper basically, it should weep through a little bit. I'm not really rolling it, it's more folding it. And I think that's gonna be just fine. And that got a little wonky. Just gonna straighten that up a bit. And spread these out. Uh-oh, they're not spreading out. It's almost like I got glue up there. Oh no. Just gonna spread these out a bit. This one is not opening up. Maybe I didn't cut them close enough. I'm just trying to open it up a little bit. Make it look more like a flower. Oh, and he's stuck fast. Okay. These guys have, these guys gotta be cleaned. Okay. So I think he will work. We just have to make him work. Just spread him out a bit. There. Yeah, he's just kind of a little stiffer than the other one. Yeah, he just needs opened up a bit. There. I mean, it's flowery looking. And that's all it needs to look like. Something flower-ish. Bad thing is they're very sticky. So I'm just going to let him there on that for now. It's better than him sticking on something else. We also have to do that with the two orange and the yellow. Now let's go to this orange, and it's these two. Like, probably doesn't matter if it's, you can probably see where the white's coming through. Probably doesn't matter which two it is, but we'll follow their pattern. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this yellow one out now also. And that was this one. Put these back up there so they don't get lost. And basically we're doing the same thing with this that we did with the red one. So you want to just snip along it. I'll try to get a little closer so it fringes a little better. This is easier to cut too than that red stuff was. Or just go ahead and do all these cuts right away. Oops. Okay. And then we just roll this too. Hopefully we can get him off of here now. Yep, he come off. I'm a little not wanting to put that much glue in. I'm wondering if I can just twist it around here a bit. That actually feels like a better, feels a little better. I'm going to put a little glue in the bottom and then try to spread it out a bit. Okay. Just going to let that dry. Put it right on the edge of this so it isn't really touching anything. Maybe give it a little bit of glue here to fix the paper. Give it a little blow. Okay. Oh, darn. Okay. Yep. He has a mind of his own. So silly. I'm just going to let it dry. I actually like that a little better than running it all along the bottom. It gets to be too much. So I'm just pinching here, more or less at the very end, and then wrapping this around on itself. And then wiggle, wiggle, wiggling these guys out. Put a little glue on the end and some on the very end of the seam. Or I should say put a little glue on the base and some right at this seam to hold it shut. Okay. And then just let it dry. I'm just going to let it dry. Needs to dry a little bit. And then do the same with this guy. And just using the lightest touch to push it around, keeping the base edge of the paper even. Put a little glue on the base. And that seam there to hold it shut. And I think if we let these dry, see, he's opening up a bit. Didn't want that to happen. Oh, darn. Okay, I think that will suffice. Need to get all these little pieces of paper out of here. And then we got our flowers done. Put some tree powder and plants in and fix with glue. Completed. The left flowers is for later use. They mean left over. Put some tree powder in. Now this had us use fresh green and middle green, and I'm seeing they've got like some dark green down in there, but they also said this green. That's a lot. Maybe they're just saying use what you want. Because we got the fresh green, we've got the middle green, and the green plant. And this is saying put some tree powder in. So, but they're saying to do some of this too. So let's just, I don't know, cut a few pieces of stuff off. I think we're just, there. I see dark stuff, I see light stuff, and I see a yellow and a red flower. Put some tree powder and plants in and fix with glue. Completed. The left flowers is for later use. Do they mean left over? Here is a red one. I'm only seeing a red and a yellow one here. And as I look ahead, there's a red one here and an orange one here. And would that use them all up? I don't see any more. So we have 5 flowers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, let's just throw some glue down in here. I'm going to smudge it around pretty good down in there. And I'll go ahead and put this medium green in there. How's that look? And then we'll put some of the lighter green on top and a few sprigs of that and 2 flowers. Sound good? I guess I need to put a little bit more glue in. Just gonna dot it around because you know it's gonna stick to everything, which it is. Oh no. Okay, all right, we got it. We got strings too. Okay. I need to get myself out of it. So it's goopy, that's for sure. While that's still wet, get some of this stuff and put it in there. And just mush it around. You can't even see the difference between these two, really. No, you can't really see a difference. They look exactly the same. Especially in the darkness. There's a subtle difference, but not that drastic. So I will gather the rest of this up later. So we're going to hang on to that because we might need it. You never know. And then, yeah, I wish I would put this in the bottom. But we'll make it work. I'd rather have a little more of the greenery. There we go. Yeah. I'll just put a little glue on the end here. And just shove that in there a bit. I think it looks cute sticking out. Theirs is boring. That's boring. I'll have some sticking out. We need to give it some flair. You know. All you crafty people know what I'm talking about. It can't just sit there in the bottom. It's gotta make itself known. Let me pull that up there. Get a little more glue in there. There, how's that looking? Yep, we need that. What do you think? A little piece hanging down the front yet? Like that one, yes. That's a bit of glue. Shove this in the front. I'm going to put it a little to the side. There we go. That's what we like. We like flamboyant greenery. Okay, and I'll pick this up. I don't think that I'll be able to use that for anything. But you know what? I got this little thing here. I'm just going to throw it in there. Because we never know. We might want that. And then one red flower. I'm not so keen on these red flowers. Or is that an orange one? Doesn't really say. This looks orange. And that's for what? A storage box. And that looks orange. Okay. I'd rather have one of these bigger flowers in here. I'm going to take this, grab this here, and I'm going to fan these out a bit. I'd rather have a red one in there. I mean, the orange one in there, to be honest. I'm going to grab these plastic tweezers. These metal guys are seriously sticky. I want to be able to hold it at the top. And I don't want to pull off any of the fringes. So like I said, I think that's a red flower in there, but you know, I'm putting this orange one in. I need to work on those little red ones yet. They're a little tired looking. I'm just going to squish that a bit. Get some glue on here. Oh no, there it goes. Shove that back in there. There we go. What do you think? Get some of this glue out of here. And I'm going to do a yellow one. And now I got these all glued up. Fringe this out. That's the trick, to get all these little fringes separated and smushed out at different angles. That's what's going to make it look flowery and cute and have character. Okay. I feel like he needs a little more. Okay, there we go. I will just, I'm going to put him towards the front a bit. Pull up some of this greenery. Okay, I am actually very happy with that. I think it got adorably cute. I like having it coming out as opposed to just sitting there. You know, you could also take a gold pen, like a gel pen, and decorate this a little bit. We could put little, it's not off the board, but we could like touch these up to make them gold, put some like little nails in here, put some fleur-de-lis or squigglies around. And you know, as I get playing and thinking, that's not off the board. So in case you want to follow me some more and continue on with this, we'll pick it up in our next video. Thank you so much for spending time with me and visiting my channel. You have a great day.